Yeah. Welcome back.
Yeah.
I love it, so formal. We should get little names for each other. Yeah, we'll share that. Magician. Only people that know me as a kid will know what we're on about, but magician.
Yeah, I didn't know you as a kid. I didn't know
You didn't know me. I was one of the best magicians in town.
I can imagine it.
It was awesome, actually. I do an awesome one. I'll show you later on.
That reminds me of when I went out and met some new parents out here. I was standing talking to a lady, and I took my hat off, and I just pulled a rabbit out.
She's there.
And she did nothing. She didn't get it. There's actually a picture of me doing it. The other mum was like,
people don't get it.
well, there was no rabbit, I guess. There was in my head, though, I was like,
So we're back for another one. I'm hoping by now people are still watching. Otherwise, if not, we all said this was just for us, and I think that's the lovely thing about it. It really is just for us.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Today we're going to go through parenting when mental.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is my bag.
This is your one.
This is where I excel.
This is your mastermind specialist subject.
Oh my God.
So let's talk about all the shit show that goes with juggling yourself, your own emotions, your own feelings, without projecting it on your kids.
Oh my God.
Tough, right?
being a parent alone, regardless of whatever that situation is a shit show of emotions. Is hard, is challenging, is worry.
Yeah.
Being a parent with actual proper mental health issues that you were, it's like every day you're trying your best to look at your children and be, look, I'm really getting this eye contact thing. I'm like, just see this. To like,
it looks like you're holding a troll. You know them trolls with the big spiky hair? That's what you're holding.
Me and my sister used to collect them, didn't we?
Oh, see?
Yeah. I can't now. I don't know what I'm saying.
You were saying about balancing, just being a parent on its own is fucking...
So it's like kind of having knives in your back and then being like, and bleeding out and being like, oh, good morning. Oh my God. Yeah, no, it's fine. Have a good day. Don't worry. Breezy. But then, unfortunately, that's not how it's gone for me. My children have seen me in states that I would never have wanted them to see me in. And then that creates guilt and shame, and then you're in that cycle. And I suffer a lot with guilt around my children. I don't know, I think I'm working on at the moment with my therapist at reframing what a mother is. Yeah. And what are these beliefs I have around this, me having to be like this, because this is that kind of, I don't know, what, superwoman or like, it's society's fault as well.
So, and this is going to start to flow through loads through these topics, is what's projected on us from media, from what we read, what we see in magazines, anything. Yeah, completely.
It's the same, isn't it?
I remember when my
man goes to work.
Yeah. I remember when my kids were born. So I never knew for a long time that men can get postnatal depression as well. I mean, we can't let women have anything. We're like, I want some of that. But I remember I'd go to work and I'd come home and there'd be a newborn baby there crying. And I remember thinking, I can't connect. Yeah. I can't connect. I don't understand why you're crying. I don't get it. I love you with everything, but I'm not. There's a gap. There's a disconnection between what's going on in front of me, and I'll always remember that to the day I die, just thinking, why is that? And also when I was at my worst, one of the key things that made me seek help was sitting there. I remember it in my front room with my two kids, so much younger then, and it being like they weren't there. And I was like, how on earth am I here, us three, me and two humans that I brought into the world, and it feel like they're not there. And that for me was the sheer isolation. And I was just like, but there's no rule book for parenting, is there? There's no manual. And every day you think you've mastered it, the fuckers get a day older and it all changes again. You're like, oh.
It never stops. It never stops. Like, it's so hard. Like, for positives from it, all three of my sons are incredibly good with their emotions. Like, very good. There's none of this, like, I don't even know what it is, 'cause I don't even know it exists, because it doesn't exist within me.
Yeah.
We're honest, we're open, and that is a direct result of them, I guess, me having to show up, because obviously when we're younger we see our parents as these parents, and we're almost sickened that they're human.
Yeah, totally.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, my children know I'm human, put it that way. And it's been up and down. They've seen me in states when I can't even get out of bed. They've seen me with headphones on and they've tried to touch me and I've freaked out, absolutely freaked out. I've cried because they've been on their fortnight and one of them will shout too loud, and it literally instantly, I cry, I shake, I know how it's horrific. And they've seen so many emotions, and it's been so hard, and I apologise all the time to them, which is something I need to stop doing. I'm so sorry. My quote, I'm so sorry, I'm so mental. I'm so sorry, I'm so mental. All the time. But
do they get it, do you think? Do they understand?
No, you know what? I don't
not?
think. So I've sent them, like, we've tried to look at YouTube videos of, like, trying to put them in my world. So, like, the sounds I'm hearing and all this, how things look to me. It's so hard for anyone to understand. I don't understand how you see the world. I've been Googling what do normal people see. Because one of the biggest, one of the biggest things for me was, I was just like, well, how does everyone else? Well, it was more like, you telling me people don't see the world like this.
Yeah.
This isn't normal.
Yeah. And I think
It's hard.
it's hard. It's something that, because whilst for anyone that lives with a mental illness that doesn't have kids, there's a lovely saying that people think that there's a belief that individuals who are mentally ill are weak.
Yeah.
And actually, it's a complete opposite. Individuals who have mental illness are some of the strongest motherfuckers there are. Because
they are, literally, completely. And keep going, like the amount of days and nights I've been like, I can't do this anymore. That's another one of my quotes. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. And you do.
You do.
Can't do it anymore, can't do it, and then you do. You know, and but that's not, I think the key thing is that parents, and this is from, like, I don't think people realise suicide within mothers is incredibly high, especially for under 1-year-olds. Yeah. There's so much bullshit around postnatal depression, and I know that people are trying to put out there and stuff, but to me, it's still bullshit. Yeah, I was petrified when I had my first son. Yeah. I didn't even know what postnatal depression was. I was 21, I was 22, I think. I didn't even know what was going on.
You had Harry at 21?
I was 22 when I had him, yeah.
You were young when you
24
had him,
when I had Georgie, and 26 when I had Max. And Harry, it was horrific. You know, first pregnancy, all this kind of stuff.
Going into a whole new environment, whole new world. Did you think that, sorry, I'm jumping in now, but I want to know this. Did you, at that age, 21, have suspicions that the way you saw the world was different to others did, or was it not a case at that point?
I thought I was
normal,
which I am.
Yeah, you are.
But yeah, like that. But no, my whole childhood, teenage years was hellish.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, horrific. Like, almost feeling like I'm going psychotic. Things being so real to me that aren't real to others. Yeah. And I didn't know a lot of that was OCD. Yeah. And obviously the autism, and me being in this world all the time and not wanting to come out of it.
Because you and your sister are close. Yeah. Obviously, she's here with us now. Was it something that when you were growing up, you two confided each other, or you just were on this on your own?
I didn't even know what was.
You just thought.
I thought it was. I didn't even know there was. I didn't even know what was wrong. I didn't get help until what, I was 31,
31.
Yeah, and then 30. Yeah, about 32.
So, but at that point, there, 3 kids, fully parenting.
Oh yeah. Hellish, just hellish. I didn't leave the house. Yeah, I'd pretend like I'd take them to school and go home, be in bed all day, panic attack, curtains down, awful, just paranoia, like so high anxiety. And then going to the school, I'd be like literally have marks in my hands, panicking, don't want to go there. Having to, I have to pick them up, run in like there and then that release when I got back in the car with them, and then making up shit of what I've done during the day. I did so much. Yeah, I used to all the time. Like quickly make the house like some incense sticks, put a lobster out. Yeah.
The new edition of lobster.
Oh my god, it's
I know.
Funny.
But this is, so when you were doing this, because there will be so many parents, I'm not just going to say mothers, there'll be so many parents watching this that relate to this. And again, I can't say this enough. This is why we're doing this. You don't get this on the NHS, you know, home help video. There's people that watch this that are like, I get it completely. What was the point in which you, well, I don't know if that's the question, but what stage did you first kind of have to say to your kids,
what's going on?
Yeah. And do you remember how all that even looked? Or?
I think when I was diagnosed, I explained to them about OCD.
Yeah.
And because things like, they would say, like, you never take us swimming, like, there's so much stuff I didn't do.
Yeah.
Because things like, I didn't obviously know at that time the autism, but things like going to, like, kids' parties and stuff, yeah? To be honest, it's fucking hell for anyone. It's a load of crap anyway, but was horrific. The noise is everything, but I didn't know what was going on. I'd be having these panic attacks, not wanting to go. That thing again, you have to do it. Come home and be a mess after going out the house for like 2 hours, and then I'd be in this cycle of depression, anxiety, massive OCD, moving shit around, trying to get some kind of comfort, which I don't. There is no. I've got a thing of changing things like all the fucking time, and it's when I'm in that state. Oh, it's horrible. To be honest, the boys only now I can say to them, okay, so I don't like going out much, and that's very hard with children who want to go out and experience stuff.
And they want to have fun, and they don't.
But they want to have it with me as well, and that makes me feel very bad because I'm not able to do it to the extent that they want. So trying to explain to them that me going out for like a 2-hour meal is equivalent to me going out for a week bender.
Because of everything that goes with it.
It's probably not the best metaphor.
No, but I get what you're saying, and this is
so,
what people mean.
And it's hard because my teenager's like, oh, can you drop me here? Can you drop me here? And sometimes I'm like, oh no, I can't go out, and I make excuses. But really, what it is that if I take him somewhere, the drive for me, no, this isn't all the time, but when I'm really bad of it, it's like being in fucking Mario Kart, Really? If Mario Kart was fucking hell. And everything's coming out, number plates, and then the number plates, I don't forget. I'm like over and over in the number plates, the numbers and stuff. And I've got him in the car, and I'm trying to act normal. I'm going, and the more panicked I get, the more I flap around and stuff. And I literally do flap around. I did that yesterday when I got excited, didn't I? And then I drop him off. Picking him up though, I come back home and I'm panicking, can't relax until I've got him because I'm worried I'm going to forget to pick him up. I'll somehow get the time wrong, and I'm checking the WhatsApp messages. It's only when I get home I'm like, oh.
And then you can.
So I have had a conversation about that with him. It's so horrible.
And you
just feel
like
guilty all the time. But I think one of the things that I wish, like, I could have seen and heard earlier is that actually, you know what, like, by being human, you're going to stop your children from failing. Like, I know, you know, I've probably said before, I'm not massive on schooling. I actually think a lot of it is beyond bullshit and beyond setting our children up to fail. Unless you're, obviously, you know, I know this does not count for every child at all, but the schooling system is not geared up for creative people. It's not geared up for emotions and all this stuff. So I try with the boys to think, okay, at least they know the real stuff.
The real stuff. It's so true.
And then they see the good stuff because there is, it's fleeting, I'm not gonna lie. It's not like, it doesn't last.
No.
It's like this continuously. But when that is happening, it's like magic. When I can cuddle them about, but you know, that's hard. That's horrible because the children, they want to cuddle me. I can't be like, I don't want you to touch me. They don't understand it.
That's what's there is emotional intelligence, you know. And this is the different thing. You can teach IQ to a degree. You can teach maths, English, and stuff. But the emotional intelligence,
I didn't pass it. I didn't any GCSEs. I didn't get a single GCSE.
But look at what you're doing now. And this is the thing. And this isn't about that. But what your point is then is that, you know, maths, English, science, that we're still basing education on, which is great because it gives you a foundation for education. Great. But like you said, the creative, the musicians, the art, the design, the sport.
Yeah.
Sport has come on a bit, but all of these things are what need to start driving through.
Yeah.
Because we're not
But
all,
also,
we're not all the
there's
same.
some people that are incredible at maths, English, IT, but they're learning the wrong way, so they're not getting it, and then they're thinking that there's something wrong with them. No, they just need... I get it, look, there's no one way to fix this system. No. I fucking get it. It's not a simple answer. But at the same time, I just think that it's my school experience. I hated it. Fucking hated it.
Do you think, so with your boys, I've been, if I'm honest, quite... what you've said then, even then, has educated me. Listen to what it must be like for a parent that has certain diagnoses to function.
Yeah, and you're also, if they show the tiny bit of something, you're like, oh my God.
And then you're going away.
I think they've got it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Your
like
boys,
that's continuously looking for stuff, panicking about stuff. But this is something I've got to work on. I just wish, I think there needs to be more support for parents, more support that doesn't feel like a guilt or shame thing just to even go and get. More like conversations, more normality, more like, I hate using this because it's awful, but this kind of thing, like if you had an illness and you were a carer for someone, there's support and stuff like that. So it'd be lovely if there was support for parents where you could meet other parents, and there's so many ways that you can make stuff work, different routines and tactics and adjusting your thing. That's the thing. Family life doesn't have to look like Sally next door.
No. And this is...
Do you know what I mean? But this is what I get stuck in. Eating dinner together. Yeah. Oh, it's so important. And I know it's have that family time. Well, eating dinner together for me is very hard. Very hard.
You don't eat. I've seen your fridge.
I can't. I have... Yeah, it's really bad. I have massive trouble with my food because I eat in a obsessive habit way. And if it's healthy, brilliant. If not, then it's strawberry laces at the moment.
I know, it's just said that, strawberry laces.
There's like 8 packs in the fridge, isn't there?
But one of the things as well that you touched on is people's frame of reference, or like their window on the world, and we form these beliefs as a parent or whatever it is, then we believe that, I heard that Sally, she expressed that she's struggling with depression, her kids were taken away, so I can't possibly. And this this stops so many people, and it's not true, right? So anyone watching this now, there are obviously circumstances of extreme illnesses, but if you are living with depression, anxiety, stress, any other form of mental illness, keeping quiet does not solve the problem. You need to talk, you need to tell someone, and your kids, it doesn't mean your kids are going to get taken away, because this is one of the things that stop people getting...
Yeah, I did when I had Harry, but I didn't even know what postnatal depression was or what...
Yeah.
I didn't even know what was going on with me, to be honest, but I know many mothers and fathers, but you know, in all honesty, mainly mothers, because they tend to reach out more. Yeah. That are like, I know I've got this, that, but I'm too scared to go to the doctors or this and that, and then they're taking their own life.
Yeah. And it's a horrible thing that people feel in the 21st century that they still can't express. You know, I relate everything to physical. Everything I do when I train people, when I talk to people, the thing that flows from my brain all the time is, if it was physical, would you be thinking this way? And this is what people need to get over.
I get so tired of saying that.
It's just ridiculous. But again, and it links back, this is why we're doing what we're doing, why we're having conversations, why you exist, why I exist, why other great ones.
Parent, or whatever a parent looks like to them, care or whatever, to be like, okay, you know what, I'm going to go and get some help. That thing about, what is it, putting your life jacket on before you can... Yeah, I used to be like, fuck that. There's no way. I'm on a plane, it's going down, I'm not going to rescue my children. Now I'm like... Yeah. All right, because I get it now, but it's not always easy to see that. I just think that parents need to reach out more, but also there needs to be more information when you're pregnant. Yeah. Stop with the fucking bullshit books that are out and making it okay. This could be being pregnant, amazing, blah, blah, blah. But you know what, you could feel like this after. Yeah. Not baby blues, let me tell you something, yeah? There's a very difference between baby blues even word just makes it all soft and cuddly. There's nothing soft and cuddly about fucking
I think
having psychiatric depression and all this stuff after you've had a baby.
If you're, one of the things that I'd say for anyone watching this is for depression, for clinical depression, you're looking for a consistent 14-day period of that low mood. We're not talking about spikes, highs and lows. Or
although that still shouldn't be missed, because this is what another thing, like, we talk a lot about depression, but and that seems to be the thing that people relate to suicide and stuff. I'm like, well, no, like anxiety disorders, all this stuff, and that up and down. It could mean other mental illnesses that can come as a result of having a child.
It's all of the info. There's something I was going to say, and it's escaped me now, which is annoying. It's not only you see, that loses the train of thought. I've lost it as well. Oh, we've got some other people, but I think it's a fascinating one. People need to talk out. They need to communicate. They need to not be afraid to say something's not right here. I need to speak to someone. We're all individuals. We need to accept. That's what I was going to say about the mask. We were talking about, you know, me as a mental health, I guess, expert, which I like to think I am now, and what I do when I train people, when I talk, and I say what's really important is you look after yourself first.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want parents to beat themselves up, because sometimes, and I teach people this, I don't. We're human at the end of the day, and you mustn't put yourself on a pedestal that if you dip, that it's the end of the world. You've got to dip, and you've got to go, all right, I've not put my mask on myself this time. I'm going to remember next time, will, and allow yourself.
And it's the guilt and shame also, I think, massively, that actually reframe the way you look at what you're giving to your children, because actually talking about it, being open about it, means not only are they going to be to help other people, they're going to have empathy, and they're going to be to help themselves more. And we're not being a parent isn't, we don't own our children. We're just like giving them an empty book and trying to not fill the pages with as little much of bullshit as possible. But that's it.
Do you know when I've got
fucking religion.
I've got two young girls, and I think we're wrapping in a minute, but I've got two young girls, and I had to make a decision quite early on how I was going to communicate. So I specialise in suicide prevention, and my kids hear that word probably more often than they hear the word milk, because that's what I do, and we have honest conversations, and we talk about what it is, and they understand it. And in a way, it's kind of like, well, I should be protecting my kids. But I'm like, no, because when I start doing that, all I'm doing is adding a layer of my crap onto them, and it's not important. It's not, because you're just making them naive to a situation. So, listen, I've enjoyed another one.
And that's so much fun.
I know, and this is the other thing. Mental health can be fun. Don't tell anyone, because people think it's all boring and crap. But do you know what? Mental health's everything. It's us having a conversation.
The definition of the word mental is anything related to the mind. So why are people so like, oh, you use the word mental?
I get all some people are mental health don't affect me. I'm like, well, you never cried?
All right, Dave.
Mental health don't affect me. I'm like, well, you never cried? Never had sex? Never enjoyed yourself?
What's that?
Well, yeah, the feeling you get when you're having sex. It's all mental health. It's positive. Anything.
Open my eyes there. That's the word sex.
You're like, what? Join us next week for sex addiction.
Don't laugh.
Right, I'm going to say, should we call it a day on this one?
Should.
You're a star. We shake it. I like this doing side.